Hello, my good people. Welcome to my amazing, beautiful channel. If this is your first time meeting this amazing, beautiful soul, my name is Jacqueline Mama, and I know I say this million times. Yes, Jacqueline Mama, an online nutrition coach. I help women struggling with stubborn belly fat. Please don't allow someone you know struggle with that, and I am here to help them. Okay. Yeah. How was your week? Because mine was extremely busy. But the only thing I had to do this time is I vlogged about me on a bike going to some business in Kilelesho. So I had to record this person because I realized that among the people who have carried me, that is Social House, by the way, that was Lavington. And among the people who have carried me, he was a safe driver. Like, he drove so nicely. He was not risking my life, and I loved it about him. So welcome to my channel. Is it good evening or what can I say? It's been long since I did a seated video. Today I've decided to do a seated video. Guess what time it is? It's ni saa tano ya usiku, guys. Ni saa tano ya usiku. I usually struggle with shooting my videos, especially when the kids are home and they're playing. There are a lot of noise. So today I decided to wait until it's late, until everyone has slept, so that I can shoot a seated video where there is no noise and so forth. But before we dig into today's video, my name is Jacqueline Mama. If it's your first time here, I help women get rid of stubborn belly fat. If you've not followed me on Instagram, I'm Fit by Jackie. On TikTok, I'm Jackie Mama Dash Nutrition Coach. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, because I've been checking the analytics, and it has shown me that 99%, 99.8, they have not subscribed to my channel, but they are the most people who are watching. I do not understand how you could be benefiting from my content, and the least you could do is subscribing, and you are not doing that. Please make sure you subscribe, okay? 2% of the people who are watching my videos, they're the ones who have subscribed. So I am very certain if you are watching my videos, since you're not paying me and I'm making time, I'm sacrificing a lot, the least you can do is just subscribe. Yeah, to show support to my content, okay? So thank you so much for subscribing. So I know ni time ya kulala, but I just feel like my lips are dry. I just need to glass them a little bit, and I'm a bit thirsty. And for sure, you guys, this week I've been craving for sugar, and I just went to the supermarket and bought myself Fanta Orange. That is what I take when I feel like I'm craving something, and I've been taking it. Yeah, and that explains everything on my face. If you see this, it tells you what is going on in my body, and the cravings as well. They tell you what is happening. So I usually tell you these things so that you can understand a woman's body. If you're a man watching here, you can understand the dynamics that come with being a woman and how our body changes. Sometimes you feel like craving something, sometimes you're very active. And I made a post about that. So it explains everything that is going on in our body. All right. Yeah. So today I didn't manage to do a vlog. I really had a very busy week. Although I went on a date, I was to vlog about it, but I was too tired to vlog about it because at the same time I was to go and do exams. So the date, I went on a date at 12. By the way, I went on a date at 12 noon. Saa saba ya mchana nikaenda date up to like 2 or 3. Then I had to leave and go do my online exam in school. So I did not manage to vlog about it. So today I just decided, let me just do a sit down video. And today, let me tell you what we are doing. Today we are doing We listen, we don't judge. Childhood edition. We listen, we don't judge. Let's say it together. Let's say it together. We listen, we don't judge. Childhood edition. Wacha nikunywe maji kwanza. So this happens when I take soda. I tend to be more thirsty. Yeah, so I have to balance. The fact that this happens once in a while, there's no problem with it. Yeah. Like I think the last time I took soda was in a month ago, maybe. Yeah. So we listen, we don't judge. Childhood edition. Aki msini judge. I have to tell you what happened in my childhood that please don't judge me. So there was a time I was not given the money. The money got lost at home. And it turns out whoever was with the money didn't know where they kept it. Okay? So the person really blamed me, like I took the money, I took the money. I was in high school that time. So I didn't know where the money was. So when I went back to school, the money thing came up and then we forgot about it. It was 1,000 shillings. So we forgot about it, and that time we were on vacation or holiday while in high school. So I went back to school, and let me tell you, the bag that I had carried to go back to school, I found a baby socks with the money inside, the 1,000. And I was like, these people blamed me. They said that I took the money. Should I tell them? And if I were to tell them, how was I to tell them? Because I was already in school. And that's how I kept quiet about that money. And I never told anyone about it. At least that month, I had pocket money. We listen, we do not judge. So, when I was very young, like I think like 3 years there, we got visitors came to our place. We were in that time. My parents used to live in Pangani, so I was just like a young girl, bubbly, and that time I used to plait my hair. I was so beautiful child. So the visitors came to my house, to our house, and wakabaiwa bread na asali. Do you know what I said in front of the guests? I said, Mom, mi naweza maliza mkate mzima peke yangu ikiwa na asali. Mbele ya wageni. Can you guess what happened after that? After the guests were gone, I was bought a full bread with tea and some honey. And I was sat down and I was told, kosa kumaliza hiyo mkate. That's how nilirarua mkate mzima peke yangu. Na si mnajua mkate ya kitambo vile ilikuanga tamu na vile ilikuanga kubwa. We listen, we do not judge. So, back then, tukiwa nyumbani, when we were young, we only had one bike. The person who had a bike at my place was my grandpa, and we were not allowed to touch that bicycle, okay? So I wanted to know how to ride the bike because everyone in the neighborhood knew how to ride the bike. I was the only one who was odd one out. So guess what we were doing? Every time we go to church, every time we went to church, I used to sneak out with one of my friends and we take one of the bicycles, and tunaenda nayo kwa barabara, tunaenda kujifunzia huko. So no one knew that I knew how to ride a bike because we are not allowed to touch the bike that is at home, but I knew how to ride a bike. Yeah. Regardless, the same bike that we were not allowed to touch, we used to take it, alafu tunafunga nini kibranch hapo nyuma, so that when we ride the bike, the bicycle marks will not be seen, inaenda ikipanguza. So tulikuwa bado tuna ride bike ya Kuka bila ya kujua. We listen, we do not judge. So I know this is a bit painful and this is a bit personal. So when I shared my story and I told you that when my mom got sick, I wrote a letter to my former ed teacher and he told me to go back to school. So I repeated in class 8 because hakukuwa na dalili ya kwenda shule. So that year, the year that I repeated is the same year that I was selected to go play at the district level. That was a big deal for me, and no one at home who was so concerned about it, was so excited about it. But at the same time, that was the same time we were supposed to go to see my mom at the hospital. We were supposed to go, like 3 of us that time with my 3 sisters, but I didn't go. The reason being, I wanted to go to the games. And that is one thing that I used to blame myself so much, because later, you see, I didn't go to see my mom at the hospital and she never came back. She died. And at some point, I used to feel like I wish I could have gone and checked up on her, visited her at the hospital. At least we could have had a conversation or something. I've been blaming myself for the last 17 years for that. But I had to accept that I was just a child and I was excited about being selected to go and play at the district level. It was a big deal for me, but no one was like, I had no one to tell that this is a big deal for me and people don't see it, you know? Yeah, I know that is a bit personal, but we listen, we do not judge. When I was young, I used to read my mom's letters with my dad, and I used to pray every day to find a husband who will write me sweet letters like my dad. Yeah, but later in life things changed and I never wanted to be my dad anymore. But we built the relationship later in life, and now my dad is the best thing that has ever happened to me. That man, may God bless him for me. May God take care of him for me. Yeah. Yeah. So there was a time, I think that time I was still in grade 8, in class 8. So there's like a boy that used to, he was very handsome, and by this name was George. So the boy, we used to go to Sunday school together, church together. So that day he told me to go after church. I go to like, this was our land and there was a fence and then road and then their home, the boys' home. So he told me after church I can come to the fence so that we can see each other, we can talk. We listen, we do not judge. So After church, I ran to the shamba. You could think I'm going to do something very important. Then we went, it was across the fence and I was at the other side of our shamba. We were just, the boundary was just a fence. Tell me why my grandma followed me and found me talking to that man. And he started provoking him. Alimtusi, akamwambia vile atampeleka kotini, atamwambia vile na mimi by that time nilikuwa nimekimbia, nimepotea. Yeah, that was the last time I talked to that man. Up to date, I've never talked to that man again. Yeah, he's a man now, he has a family now. Yeah, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was the first man that I ever hugged, like hugged. I didn't even know what a hug was. So he was asking me, are you going to hug me? And I'm like, what is that? What is that? Yeah. Alinifunza kuhug msee. We listen, we do not judge. I've remembered another one. So when we were still in class 8 tulikuwa na vituko. I don't know what was happening. Teenage. So there was when we were from school, tukitoka shule, there was this boma that there was only mfanyikazi. Okay? And that home, they used to grow a lot of pawpaws. Okay? So every day when we were coming from school, we would pass by there and eat pawpaws. Okay? I was such a young naive. Kumbe, the dude wanted another chele that we used to go to school together. So every day tunapita hapo. Tulikuwa kama waine, like 2 girls, that lady and myself, and another boy. So we were 3 of us. Tunaenda tunatwanga papai na zilikuanga tamu, zile za orange, unajua. Then tunatoka tunaenda home. Let me tell you something. Someone went to school and reported us and said tunapitanga kwa huyo mfanyikazi tunakula papai. Tuligongwa. Head teacher alituchapa. Every time when the head teacher was in class and he asks you a question and you don't get it right, he will rub it on your face and tell you, oh, kazi yenu ni kwenda kukula mapapai kwa nyumba za wanaume. It was so embarrassing. I've never been embarrassed that much. For sure, for sure. We listen, we do not judge. Na tulionwa war. But I never shared with anyone at home. Yeah. Another one. The first time I wore rubber shoes in school, or shoes, I can call them shoes. They were actually rubber shoes, not taffies. The first time I wore them in class 8 after my grandma on my mother's side sent them to me. And to show you how desperate and excited I was not able to fit in them, but I could fix my leg, my foot into that shoe so that at least I can go to school wearing rubber shoes. Imagine, it was that bad. Some of these things are very painful, and I just decided to do this so that people who are new here can understand where I am coming from and things that have happened. And sometimes you might think that I'm perfect. Looks are deceiving, cameras are deceiving. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I suck most of the time. Most of the time I don't know what to do. Most of the time I don't know what to say. Yeah. most of the time I don't even have content to post on my YouTube, but every day we learn something. Every day I learn something. So I take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you who is part of this family. May you feel seen. May you feel appreciated for the support you've shown me since I started my channel. Thank you very much for being patient with me. I know when we started, the content was boring and all. It was not exciting. But you stuck with me. You stuck with me. Yeah, and here we are, heading to 1,000 subscribers and more, and I do not take it for granted. So today I just had to do a sit down video so that I can bond with you. If you have something you really need to tell me, please don't hesitate to type it on the comment section. If you want to know something about me, ask it. I will answer it. And moving forward, like the next video, of course it is going to be a vlog, and I'm sure it's going to be so exciting. Yeah, it's only that this week I was super busy. I was reading for my exams. I had a lot happening. I could have vlogged, but it is what it is. So thank you so much for watching my short video. Subscribe, share with your friends. Have a fantastic week. Bye. Mwah. Mwah.